It's almost time for EA Sports College Football 25, and we're going big with it. If you don't know, now you know. I am Brandon Wilson. I host Locked On Gators and EA Sports College Football 25, our first Dynasty. We're going to do a few here. But our first one, the Florida Gators. We are going to. I hate this is an embarrassing thing to say. We are going to rebuild the Florida Gators. Again, very embarrassing to have to say rebuild, but we're going to take over the Florida Gators in EA Sports College Football 25. And here's the gist of it, I guess. We are going to take over it as if we are still Billy Napier. That's an important thing there. I'm not sure if I can just hop in and be Billy Napier. Like, I know in Madden, they have it where you hop in, you can be a coach, whoever it is, like Brian Dable. You could just take over Brian Dable with the Giants. I don't know if that's going to be the case. I don't think it is, because I don't think they have like a coaches association they did anything with. It's just players, if I'm not mistaken. But we will take over as Billy Napier. And I'm going to stick true to the Billy Napier style. Offensively, we're going to be running a lot of pistol set. We're going to run gun offset. We're going to have 12 personnel, 11 personnel. Very rare that we're going to have 10 personnel out there. Just saying, very rare. But offensively, that's what we're going to do. We're going to run that pistol offense. We're going to run wide zone. I'm going to run a little bit more power counter because I think Florida will trend that way a little bit this year. Just a little bit. But we're going to stick with that offensively. Okay? Defensively, we are also going to stick to what Florida does defensively with the Austin Armstrong, Ron Roberts approach there. We're going to run that hybrid 4-2-5. We're going to run a lot of zone coverage. We're going to blitz. Like I said, we're running the Austin Armstrong style. Where we blitz, we're going to get nuts with it. I think that I'm going to make some slight changes to it. But again, that's just things that I think Florida will trend towards in 2024. Obviously, I will be recording these videos. Literally, when the game comes out, I am recording a video. So I will be recording these videos, and the video will probably come out later on Tuesday during the day. But I will be recording these videos before the season happens. So that's why I say, yeah, I'm going to run a little bit more power counter type stuff, because I think Florida will do that this year. I'm going to run a little bit differently defensively, just simply in the way, like, I'm going to be blitzing the nickel more, because I think that's going to be something Florida does this year. I'm going to be doing that. Again, we don't know if it's true, because I'll be doing it before it actually comes time for the season, but that's what we're going to do. Okay? Depth chart wise, I'm trying to take as realistic an approach as possible here. And by that, I mean, even though in video games, you play kids and then they get the XP, and so you're kind of incentivized to play younger players, I'm trying to be as realistic as possible. So I will play younger players. DJ Lagway, you will play for me. However, Graham Mertz will be the starter, and Graham Mertz will play the overwhelming majority of snaps. Montreal Johnson will be the starting running back, but Trayon Webb, Jaden Ball, KD Daniels, Jacoby Jackson will rotate in there. Receiver, I'm going to try to stick this as realistic as possible. We're going to run a lot of motion. We're going to run those little pop passes to Trey Wilson. We are going to run a very realistic Florida Gators build here. And again, depth chart wise, I will be sticking with guys that I think are leading battles. I'm not just going to go highest overall or youngest player. I'm going to go with guys that fit what we want to do, that I think are going to lead battles, and we're going to take that approach and try to bring the Florida Gators back to just greatness, where they belong. Okay? Next part of this. The next part, recruiting. This is where you get involved, okay? Recruiting-wise for this Florida Gators dynasty, right? We're going to stick to some thresholds that Florida has. Obviously, like with the NFL draft, you can go, the Packers don't spend day 1 or day 2 picks on guys with a relative athletic score below 8.0. I can't get that specific with college, because it's not possible to do with college and recruiting. and how things work out. However, I am going to stick to some thresholds. Every high school quarterback that Billy Napier has recruited has been mobile. I'm not saying a dual threat always, but mobile. Okay? You look at who they had committed and left, who they had committed and pulled offers. You look at who they presently have as the top quarterback in the country in DJ Lagway. You look at 2026 with Will Griffin. You look at that. They're all mobile kids. Max Brown, who left, all mobile. Running backs, I'm looking for vision. I'm looking for now catching. They've kind of shifted toward that. The fun part about doing a Florida Gators dynasty while being a lifelong Florida Gators fan and covering the Florida Gators every single day with Locked On Gators is that I understand these things. Like, I know their tendencies, and I'm trying to run this as realistically as possible. If you can't tell, I'm a Florida Gators fan. If you can't tell by all the things behind me. Offensive line. That's maybe going to be a little bit different because I'm going to try to be better at recruiting on the offensive line. But size, main thing that we're looking for, right? Tight end. We're going to look for a pass catching type, a receiver type. I might even recruit receivers to move them to tight end, like Florida's now done multiple times under Billy Napier. Defensively, we're going to recruit long and athletic DBs. That's what they do. Big boys at nose tackle. That's what they do. I'm going to try to stick to recruiting as realistic as possible. We're going to put a heavy focus inside the state of Florida. We're going to put a heavy focus on winning back that state of Florida, winning the 500-mile radius that Billy Napier recruits. That's what we're going to try to do as well. We'll go for some big names here and there. We'll go for some maybe seemingly odd recruitments here and there. Just Florida location-wise has had a couple guys that it's like, well, where do they fit in? I don't know. But they recruit them at least. It's harder to win there, obviously. But we will stick to those thresholds recruiting-wise. Receivers, verified speed. Most of them are going to be short. That's obviously not a threshold, but that's a tendency of Florida, is to go for these 6 foot or shorter receivers with verified speed. And if you do go for someone that's 6'2", 6'3", still verified speed, obviously there's no way that I know of in the game to have verified speed unless they do have those little, they used to have like spark testing in the game. So if they have those, I'll use those. And I'll use those for verified speed measures so that we can make sure that we're getting these fast players. If not, I will scout them and try to see their speed and try to match up there. Then there's also the very fun part about this. In the link below, in the description below, I tweeted it. I sent it to the Subtext Insiders. I put it in the Locked On Gators Discord. I put it everywhere. Okay? Ready? You can be a recruit here. Yeah, I'm going to let you be a recruit. I am going to send out a form, or I sent out a form already, where you can join and be a recruit. You can put your height, your weight, your preferred position, your star ranking, your player archetype, whatever you want to do. Okay, you could put all that. You can even select, do you want Florida, or sorry, not even do you want, are you open to Florida recruiting you? Because if you don't fit the thresholds, I won't recruit you. If you say no, I won't recruit you. If you say yes, maybe I'll recruit you. I'm not guaranteeing anything. Especially because I'd imagine however many people sign up, we're probably going to get a few quarterbacks, right? So you can be a part of this. I will be following people's careers. I'll be following their recruitments. We'll be going through everything. And we're going to have a lot of fun with this. I'm looking to have uploads. There's going to be a few College Football 25 dynasties that we do. Florida, I think, is going to be the main one. And we will try to have an upload every day. In some way, shape, or form, we will try to have an upload every day. The goal is going to be every episode will be 1 week of the season. And then we will have just a big off-season episode with the transfer portal, early signing day, national signing day, everything. We're going to try to do it all there. That's the plan. I am super excited to get involved with this and to just have this actually come out. The game is coming out in just a few days, so I can't wait for it. And again, we're going to be as realistic as we possibly can. We're going to go hard with this. I want to be clear. we're going to go hard with this. We're running Billy Napier style Florida Gators. If that works, great. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But we're going to be running that. I'm going to be using their playbooks. I'm not even going to create I will have a custom playbook, but I'm not going to use it for this. I'm going to use the Florida playbooks, and we're going to hope that we can bring the Florida Gators back to greatness.